Hey guys, let's start this video off by subscribing and turning the notifications on for this channel. It will notify you directly, letting you know I posted a new video. That way you never miss an update. Welcome to the family. Now let's get into this video. Hey guys, it's Miss Brooklyn and welcome back to my channel, Miss Brooklyn's Journey. I wanted to come to you and talk to you guys about my last video and address some of the discussions going on in the video and also connect with you guys and answer some of you guys' issues that I decided to have Jay come join me in this video.
What's going on?
I decided to have Jay in this video because of the last video. We kind of did briefly talk about him towards the end. I began dating after I decided to end my relationship with Mr. D. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to leave the link to the video, the story time video I'm talking about, down below in the description box, and or it'll slide across the screen somewhere and you can click on it and check that video out. So before we go into this video, I would love to give my disclaimer. First of all, I'm sorry guys. I sound like this. This is how I talk. This is my voice. This is how I sound. If you cannot accept the fact that I speak this way, you only have one option. Click off the video. I mean, as simple as that. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to continue apologizing for who I am and how I sound. I cannot change my voice. Basically, this is what God gave me, and I'm going to embrace it.
Beat it.
Secondly, I want to make it clear that my YouTube channel is my safe haven. It's a safe haven for the community that's also subscribed to my channel. We will not and we do not tolerate negativity. We do not tolerate hate, discrimination, and just being straight up mean to people. We don't do that here. My channel is a place where people could come to get uplifted if they need, meet total strangers and feel love and be inspired and be encouraged. We will not bash one another on my channel. So if you do not agree with something and if you have something negative to say, think twice before you do, because your comment won't see the day of light on my channel.
It's quite simple. I'm a person that respects intelligence. I'm a person that respects reason if you can display something. Anything else, I really don't care about. For what, if y'all in your feelings, I can't even take what you're saying serious. Be clear. You know, I have respect for anybody that has respect for me. If not, I can care less. So, with that being said, I don't mind enjoying myself. You know, with this discussion, this serious discussion, I'm gonna handle it appropriately, like an adult should.
I mean, so like I said, we're basically gonna piggyback off of the previous video because we're gonna get into all of it, so to speak. So the first thing that I want to do is go back on the video a little bit and talk about what a fetish is. Someone in the comment section actually intellectually broke it down. Claudia commented that he wasn't ashamed of you. He was ashamed of his fetish. He thought he himself was crazy, not that other people would think he's crazy. A fetish is an example of a distorted sexuality. Like a curtain could be sexually arousing to someone or anything at all. When it does not belong to the sexual sphere at all, fetishists whose fetish involves humans feel the exact same way about those people as the other ones do about objects. They see people as objects only. That's how he saw you. So reading her comment, I almost wish I saw that years ago when the situation did happen to me. But yet and still, me personally, I am no one's object. And I feel like, although on some levels it's very flattering that I'm something that turns you on that way, but I'm also human and I also have feelings and I want a human connection. I want someone who's going to see me beyond the bedroom, but also publicly adore me just as I adore this person. So for me, I made the decision, like, he is not the one for me.
I could agree with that very intelligent reply. I mean, you know, yeah, I do believe that a fetish is something of taste that is usually basically sexually oriented that should be left in the bedroom. So when a person does say that you're their fetish, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, unless you're having sex in the streets, it's going to be in closed doors. But then on the other hand, if he can't deal with you as a person out in public, then I think, you know, shame on him for that. He might be affected about what people think. And I think that's an insecurity of himself. And, you know, now that I think about it, two insecure people don't really make a relationship.
But okay, where's his shame coming from? Society?
Yeah, basically society.
So you letting the stigma of what others feel depict how you act in your life?
But that's what insecurity is. That's what insecurity is, because keep in mind, even with somebody that doesn't feel that they're beautiful, doesn't feel that they're worthy or things like that, there are things in life that validate them to feel like that.
You know, I will agree, because prior to him doing that, I was pretty much cocky. I pretty much was confident because I was always the girl that was
secure.
I was secure.
Very secure.
I was secure in me because I was validated, but he broke all of that. I immediately saw myself as this nasty, fat, obese person and unworthy. I saw myself as unworthy.
When I think about it, it's a cataclysmic effect to where he's affected by the negativity that society portray certain stigmas to be, and he basically spread that to you.
And I was stupid to let him.
Exactly.
Make no mistake.
He didn't check.
I didn't check, and I will always admit to it. I was stupid to let him put his stigma and his fears of what people thought about him being with someone of my caliber on me. I've come to a place in my life, I tell people this all the time, there's not one female on this planet that'll ever make me break a sweat. I'm sorry. And I will say it constantly. I used to apologize for being insecure in who I am as a person, but I don't anymore. So when you ask me, do I look good? Yes, bitch, do you see me? Hello. Do you see me? Like, I'm not saying that I am entitled to this, I'm entitled to that. I am not saying that. But what I was saying was I knew I wanted more and that I basically am worth more. That's what I'm saying. I wanted more, I was worth more, and I was going to get more, and I got more.
More.
Like, you know, like a lot more. Yes.
Big talk. Major.
Okay, you know what? No. A comment from someone says, I hate to say it, but most men are ashamed to be seen with an overweight women. How many celebrity men you see with overweight women? Not trying to be mean, but it is what it is. How many men of caliber and substance? How many men of caliber and substance do you see with an overweight women? Not many. In shape, fit, average women are considered ideal. Many men have discussed their disdain for overweight women, but just put up with it. They're simply not attracted to fatness. You can't fault them for not feeling that. They have the right to their preferences as much as women do. While I will agree with you have the right to like what you like, because I like what I like. I want what I want. I like what I like. I definitely will agree with that. But to say that if a man likes a woman that is, or a woman likes a man that is fat, they're not a person of caliber or substance is horse shit. How is he less of a man because he isn't ashamed to say, yo, I'm physically attracted to her? Mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. But then how are you less of a man?
But then the real question is, what makes a man have such caliber? Riddle me that. You could type down in the comments below. We'll wait. You know, that's the real question. There is something out there called social manipulation. Okay, I believe it, whether you want to or not. It's not my business, but there is. You could look it up. You could try to look around, pay attention to your environment. It exists. Meaning, if a lot of people say a certain phrase or a certain thing, that a certain ideology over and over, just start to believe it, whether you like it or not. You know, take for example the stuff that you watch on TV, commercial, for example. You know what I'm saying? Any music, anything on the radio, anything in heavy rotation that you hear a lot, eventually you're gonna start singing the song. You're gonna start knowing the words.
You'll start believing it.
You're gonna
say you believe it.
Basically, yeah. Basically. So when it comes to saying that a man of such caliber or lack thereof would be with a fat woman or a plus size woman, or wouldn't be with one if he has such caliber, really, you've been manipulated. And
his statement alone shows otherwise. Right. His statement alone just contradicts what he said. You are not a man of substance or caliber because you have this notion that a person or beauty is one thing. You actually lack substance and caliber if you honestly believe there's only one standard of beauty. Which brings us to the next comment, which came from Sir Dre. And he says, I don't feel like Mr. D disrespected you. I feel like he was being honest. People pretend like they want people to be honest with them. When they get the honesty, they flip out. You can be treated with respect being fat. That doesn't mean someone has to pretend that you turn them on. He made you see the truth about your weight. That made you get depressed. Being fat shows people you're not conscious of your health. It shows some people that you don't love yourself. So how can you expect someone to love you when it may appear that you don't love yourself? So a lot of you guys are new to my channel and y'all don't know this, but I actually started my YouTube channel to document my weight loss journey, no, I wasn't losing weight for another man. I was losing weight for myself. I just got to the point where, like, I did want a change for me, and I did not want to get to a point where I was going to be unhealthy. Prior to my weight loss, which I'm still currently on, tons of tests, okay? Physicals and tests and examinations. And I had absolutely nothing wrong with me other than I was 436 pounds. So I was completely healthy aside from the fact that I was overweight. I had no health issues. And yeah, I know it could have came later on had I continued down that path. And that's why I will say, yes, it is about health, but make no mistake, obese people or people that are overweight aren't the only people getting sick. So it's not solely about health. And don't make that your excuse to say, oh, you're fat, lose some weight because you're unhealthy. Don't make that your excuse. No, people could be actually just big, healthy, and happy.
Yeah, I do agree that it could possibly, health is important when it comes to being a certain size, but like she said, reality is you could be plenty of sizes and still be out of shape.
Like, he just basically stereotyped an entire form of people. The fact that because you're fat, you don't love yourself. You allow yourself to be fat. When does not loving who you are equates to you being fat? Because there's plenty of skinny girls that don't love themselves.
Yeah, it's called bulimia.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Look it up.
So if fat equals you don't love yourself, then being promiscuous equals you don't love yourself.
Being a thought.
Yeah, being anorexic is you don't love yourself. So you see where I'm going with this? That proves nothing. Like,
you still need
I probably love myself more than you ever know. Like, I'm constantly like, oh, look at me, she's beat to the gods. With it, without it, like, I probably love myself a little too much. Like, where's your scientific facts that fat equates to you a person not loving themselves? There's no scientific facts behind it.
I'm not saying that there aren't instances based on what you were saying that these things don't exist. I do agree that those things do exist with certain people, but there are variations to where there are exceptions to that comment. There are a lot of exceptions to that comment, and that may be based on what you experience or based on what you only choose to focus on. But the facts are there's more reasons than one to be plus size or be any size for that matter.
Yeah.
So you need to consider that when you just jump out the window about certain things. Even if it was an opinion, you're entitled to that. But, you really kind of jump out of the window.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Clean that up, man.
Bobby Melanaka says, being a transgendered woman, we go through the same shit. Dating men, and it's only being a private fetish in so many words. I've dated guys told me straight up, I can't date you because I can't take you around my folks, or I don't want people in my business. Like, Ninja, you a grown-ass man, and you shouldn't be doing nothing that your grown-ass isn't scared to be caught doing. I'm a human being, and I deserve to be treated as such. I'm no one's fetish or experiment.
How do you feel about that?
I 100% agree with Bobby Melanokas. I agree. I agree you aren't a person's fetish or fix for when you want to experiment or to see what you like or what you don't like or what turns you on behind closed doors. Like, y'all heard me say I'm singing like a canary. I mean it. I am the wrong person to have as your fetish. Let me be transgendered, okay? And your man likes me, honey, the world is going to know. Like, me personally, I am singing,
excuse me, boo-boo. I think you should know your man likes me behind closed doors, and I gotta be this. What you mean? Okay.
Like, no, for real, for real. I think Bobby said it. She's human, and she should be treated as such, too. I think we live in a world where and the truth is we live in a world where it's okay to be who you are. And if you like chicks with, then, like, listen.
This world, it's acceptable. Society accepts what they want and toss out what they don't.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
That doesn't necessarily make it right, but that's the facts. Okay, let's stick to the facts. Now, I'm not questioning it because I already know what it's about.
No secret, babe. I'm telling you. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like, yo, I just typed so-and-so. He liked that. He liked my thing on his. I just got my boobs done. I'm singing.
The question is for the person that's singing, what are you doing it for?
What you mean?
What do you get out of that?
Well, for me, if I decided to take the step to be transgender, I've come to terms with who I truly am inside and who I feel that I am. And I'm okay with me and I'm secure with me. You're not about to have me feeling like I'm some type of damn wild animal that don't belong. You're not. I'm secure with me, and I understand that you're experimenting. You may be scared and shy. You know, I
might throw you a little bone the first time, second time, but when you calling me like, yo, I miss you, I need you, they can't know, come through the back door, slide through the window, jump off the gate, and slide through the shingles of my roof. We're not doing that, because I'm gonna ring your bell. Excuse me, your son, yeah, he does me, and I used to be Cletus. All right, we got bow.
I just agree. I agree with her.
And that's fine. But my thing is, you have to understand who you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
My thing, you know, if the person that you're dealing with, you can sense that he's not kind of sure of himself, you kind of open the door up for stuff like that to happen. Now, I can understand if he was lying to you and saying that it was, you know, I'm ready, give it to me, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I would understand that. And then, you know, he act like a little chick and you know, I'm not about that life, but don't tell anybody. You know, that's different. But you knowingly know that y'all skate off into the shadows and, you know, especially with certain people that may be curious, trying new things and whatever, and you're knowing of it, I think you have an idea what to expect. It's kind of like, well, I want to try something, but I don't know if this is going to be my lifestyle. Oops, I tried it. I got to get myself, the person has to realize what just happened, assess what just happened, process it, make the further decisions and this, that, and the third. Maybe he's warming himself up to it being regular. You got to get, regardless of he's having time to readjust or make his decision to see if he wants to do that. Now, it may be an easy transition, maybe a hard transition, maybe quick, maybe long. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you may know what you got into, what you signed yourself up for, come on.
Well, that's why I would
ain't
only
no victims there.
Like, no, listen, I would be doing guys that already know and securing themselves, and there's no secrets. Like,
well, in cases like that, when cases like that, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
But cases like that, then really this issue probably wouldn't even exist, because I believe that it would have to do with somebody that's not really sure about his or her preference.
And Bobby, maybe that's who you're coming across, because there are plenty of men that are openly admitting, yeah, like, I am into transgender people, like, you know, like, okay, you're no longer a man, you're transgender. The pro post, some guys are for it all. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, some guys are for it all. And the ones that aren't, I'm sorry, this is how you eliminate being DL. Because, see, if I was transgendered, having a down low on my hands would be the worst case scenario ever. And I'll be singing like a canary. Like, if I find out you down low and you try to put a cover up and you're fronting, no, I'm taking that option away from you. You're not down low anymore. No.
And my advice to you, deal with people that are fully about your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree.
Okay? There ain't no victims up in here. I'm not saying your question isn't valid for you to ask, and I appreciate your question. I mean, your response, rather. What you're going through.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah. But you have to understand that there's certain things you need to take note of based on what you like to do.
I think what she's trying to say, and Bobby, you could correct us if we're wrong. I think she's saying that, you know, she no longer wants to be someone's fetish. She wants someone that's going to be open and say, we're together, we're in a relationship, and this is the person I'm in love with.
Then the answer to that is get somebody that's just like you.
Yeah. That's,
okay? Stop messing with these curious
people that's unsure.
Because you want to challenge, or you want to kink out, or whatever the case may be. And you find yourself falling for them, you know, emotionally.
Get someone accepting.
Get somebody of your full acceptance of what you do.
Yeah, who you are. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're moving along, and we're gonna wrap it up with Courtney S says, I don't know why guys are too embarrassed to be out in public with me. Before I started really losing weight, I lost 50 pounds before this guy. I dated, he took me out everywhere, even to a water park. Fast forward to 5 years, he's now engaged to the girl he left me for. I only been the starter, girlfriend, wife, side chick, never taken out in public, only the bang and bounce girl. I've lost over 170 pounds, about to get hardcore because apparently something is wrong with me. If everybody and a mama could get a man regardless, but I can't. I've got the career, I've got the car, I've got my stuff going on, but what the F? I feel like I look good, smart, and all that, but the F, nobody else does. You have no idea how bad this shit hurts, and you don't know what's wrong with you, so your mind wanders, and not towards positive stuff. I'm almost 26, and nothing. Okay. Courtney, first of all, congratulations on your 170-pound loss. That is amazing, and I'm
Good job.
so happy for you and so happy for your new body. And
Hope you like it.
I really do hope you like your new body, and I'm sad that
Wear it
your
out.
same mentality is still there. With that being said, my mom, and I said this in my last video, my mom always told me, you teach a man how to treat you. And I'm saying this out of love. You have to take some responsibility for the way men have treated you. If you accepted to be the side chick, the side girlfriend, or the starter girlfriend, they're going to treat you that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to someone take responsibility for how you've allowed yourself to be treated. And I want to ask you a serious question. What is important to you when meeting a guy or getting to know a man? And what is important to you for foundation? Ask yourself this. Now, when it comes to me, I knew what was important to me and a man that I knew that I wanted to build with, but I also knew that there were certain things about me that I had to compromise and complement and counterpart. Meaning, just because you have the house, the car, the money, the crib, the brains, the smart, not mean you're entitled, which I'm not saying you are entitled. I'm saying what matters to you. What is your worth? Like, that's what I'm saying. To look at that and to start reevaluating the type of men that you attract in your life. Because if you're 26 and all you've ever been has been the starter, the side girlfriend, or the side chick, or the side wifey, there is something about you that is attracting that type of man.
She's on to something. For the most part, yeah, that's something to really ponder on, to really consider and take very seriously. If you have a taste for trash, you're gonna get trash. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If you don't know, here's a newsflash. When you put yourself in a certain position to get mistreated, you will be mistreated.
Absolutely.
So you have to have a code, you know what I'm saying, like of conduct, of just a value system that you have. I mean, all of those material things are nice to have, but that doesn't necessarily equal a relationship. Because I mean, not for nothing, I don't know who even told you that all you had to have is that for you to be winning.
Yeah, it's not enough.
No, not even enough. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
No, there's more to bring to the table than just the things that everybody else should already have at the table. You know what I'm saying? Now, what else can you deliver aside from what you're supposed to have? Because at a certain point, yes, you're supposed to be established anyway, whether or not you're in a relationship. So you having that has no bearing on why you can't meet a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to have you regardless. So as you have, and that's great, and you're doing good with your weight loss, now you have to understand the aspect of how love works.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And which has nothing to do with what you have. You know what I'm saying? It's really more so of what you're made of.
So we're gonna answer this last one, and we're going to end it there. Latrice Fleming Simmons says, okay, ladies, I completely feel this video. I'm in a situation with the father of my son, and I have been for the past 7.5 years. We have a 4-year-old, so we were all messing around years before we got pregnant. My issue is that he had a problem with my weight. By his actions, not by his admission prior to having our son. Just recently, he told me why we never became official before our child, but now years later, he has fallen in love with my heart, but still realizes that this is an issue for him. I come from a family of strong women, and there are virtually no men in our family. The women in my family will literally kick a man to the curb the second he goes against the grain, no questions asked. I truly want to know if I am allowing my son's father to disrespect me, or does he really have my best interest at heart? He did mistreat me before now, but says it's coming from a place of love and concern. He isn't the most soft-spoken with his words, and I am sensitive. Makes a bad combination. I know many will ask, how do I feel about my weight? Truth is, I don't like it. I'm depressed and out of shape. Do not want to follow the steps of the women in my family. Yes, we are strong, independent, and fearless, but we live and die alone.
You fell for your heart. Yo, that's great. What are you mad at? Okay? What are you mad at?
I don't know your relationship. I don't know your man, but I feel like he wants some eye candy. He loves you, and he may be in love with you, but he wants some eye candy. He wants eye candy on his arm. Just because you are heavier does not mean you cannot be that eye candy, because you absolutely can. You still beat to the gods, honey. Or own it. You're still gorgeous. Own it.
Seriously though, he's in love with your heart. That should say a lot, because the thing is, you don't want him to just be in love with your body. You don't want him to just like your body. So the fact that he's in love with your heart, yeah, he's on the right track. But guys like guys like eye candy, like she said. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not happy with your size to begin with anyway, then it's kind of like it's going in the same direction. So you might as well anyway.
But in the meantime, tighten that shit up.
In the meantime, yeah, tighten up. Now tighten up. Because this girl. No, because
you mean I don't like how I look. So that don't mean that don't mean you wear pajamas to Target.
Right. You know, because the thing is, ultimately, you're supposed to, even when you're out in public, you're supposed to compliment your counterpart by the look. You know, you're representing the person you're with, and that based on your look complements his choice in people. See what I'm saying? So no moo-moos, no Kenko no woolly socks, no fire starters. You know what I'm saying? None of that. If that's a fetish, keep it all the way in the house. You know what I'm saying? Your relationship depends on that. But seriously, you have an obligation to yourself to want to look good anyway. You know, whether it's for a man or anything like that. And the thing is, if he's telling you the blueprint for him to want you, what's the issue? He's not saying that he's looking for somebody else. He's giving you the telltale signs that if you don't tighten up, I'm about to get someone that's even tighter. Bang. Does that register?
Oh, you don't want to be like the women in your family. You want to be like them because you didn't tighten up.
And with that, and with her saying that keyword, I mean, with what she's saying, what I've learned is unless they're advocating for you to stay together, do not. And unless he is bad for you and your relationship and your development, do not listen to your family. Do not keep your family out of it. That is dangerous territory, because the thing is, you have to, when listening to your family, you have to consider their lifestyle and their disposition to what information they're telling you.
Girl, listen to me. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. I'm gonna help you keep him. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. No, for real. Listen. No, I'm just joking. I'm the last person she want to listen to. Facts. I'll have him running. Facts. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Anybody that's in a relationship that long, you should be applauded. I applaud you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would advocate y'all work it out, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a seed, y'all got history. He's telling you what he wants. He's not saying that you're not what he wants. What is the issue?
Yeah, like really, there's
the problem?
Yeah, honey, like no, I'm totally my man $100,000.
Right.
Facts. $100,000. Facts. Like we have a cardinal rule.
Okay.
If we're slacking, tighten up. Don't take offense to it because he wants you. You understand? He wants you.
He's the person you should listen to.
And guess what? It is a two-way street. Because if he out there looking raggedy,
looking crazy,
ashy, his clothes not looking right, you check him. Because you want eye candy too. Like he's not saying anything to hurt you. He's trying to help you. Mama, he picking you up, girl. Let him pick you up.
Exactly.
Let him pick you up. Like for real, don't take offense to that. He's saying, yo, your heart is gorgeous. I love your heart.
Yo,
like,
every day, I tell this lady to strive for greatness.
Every day.
Greatness, not necessarily for me, for her, because you know what? If I plant that seed in her and it builds within her to say, you know what?
You gonna put a seed in me? Well, don't be talking sexual on this camera.
Automatically, she'll know that, you know what? I do need to be great for me,
yeah.
First and foremost,
yeah.
And then outside of that, everything else will reflect that.
Layman's terms, your man not doing anything to hurt you. He's trying to better you,
right?
And if he's saying tighten up, then boo, tighten up.
Don't use that as discouragement. It's not.
And anyone can tell you to tighten up, because I tell chicks in my camp, tighten up all day, every day. You're not about to be out here having me looking crazy.
Wash your face, clinked up, baby.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. Share this video on Google Plus or any other social media networks you feel like sharing it on. Follow me on all of my social media networks. Like I said, the links are somewhere on the screen or down below in the description box, and you can find my names, how to find me. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. Welcome. And yeah, I hope you guys stick around. See you in my next video. Bye.
Look, you see this bonnet? He knows when a bonnet, he hates bitch. He knows when it comes on,
Look at that. It's like a terrorist bag. It's like that.
when a bonnet comes on,
You know what? She's like, yeah, little Taylor and stuff. She's all her French stuff. She's taking it back. She got that 90s look right now. Look at that. Yeah, poetic justice and all that. Look at her. Anyway, no, you can leave that on. Yo, that was hot. Yo, we gonna finish the video with that. This is dope. Yo, don't
okay,
bite.
because he likes
Don't
that,
bite.
I'm gonna leave it on for the video.
If it's not your significant other, your friends or your family, self-love. And don't forget, like, just don't forget, self-love heals all. Like, and prayer works. I'm a firm believer in God, and I believe in him.